Hey guys, and welcome back to Cultured Boys, a show where two guys just want to have a chat. I'm Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by Pepe. And this week, I want to say it's a bit of nostalgia, but not really, because I've not actually seen all of them till now.
It's nostalgia based. It's like what we're doing is we're turning back time to when the pyramids were still young.
And before the dark side
Yeah.
of dimension.
We are watching the 3 Yu-Gi-Oh movies that are out.
Yeah, buddy.
So we're talking about the ones that have got the English translation. There's like one like earlier, which is 30. It's classed as a movie, but it's basically like a TV special, 30 minutes long, and it's basically just a Yugi Kaiba duel in like from really early days. But we have gone for the Pyramid of Light, the Bonds Beyond Time, I think is what it's called.
Yes, Bonds Beyond Time, and the dark side of dimensions.
Dark Side Dimensions. Yeah, so I've watched all 3 of these before, but Nathan, you've only watched the first one, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've only watched the official version of the first one
Yes.
and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged version of
Yeah.
Bonds Beyond Time.
We can get into that when we get around to it. But yeah, obviously the first time you've ever watched Dark Side Dimensions as well.
Yep.
To be fair, with especially with Bonds Beyond Time and Dark Side Dimensions, I have seen these 2 before, but it's been like a decade since I got them. Funny enough, like 10 years ago, I was telling Nathan this before that we decide on this episode, is that like I bought the Blu-ray of these 2 movies at a Comic-Con like 10 years ago. And I remember when I first moved up to Liverpool, it was one of the first things I watched in my flat. So yeah, that is a thing that we'll get into today, basically. But yes, anyway, we'll get this started right now. We were going into the Pyramid of Light. Nathan, do you want to give us a rundown of what this is?
Yes. So these rundowns are going to be a lot shorter because I didn't want to note down too much information.
Mm-hmm.
But the first movie, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Movie, Pyramid of Light, released 13th of August 2004. Yes, soak that in, everyone. I watched this in the cinema when it came out.
Same.
But I didn't get the cards because they ran out or something. Yeah, I know that sucks.
Yeah, I got cards.
I hate you. 86 minutes runtime. Underneath the sands of Egypt, Anubis, an ancient evil spirit, has awakened. It's up to Yugi, who defeated Anubis centuries ago, to use his skill and determination to rid the world of evil once again. Thank you, IMDb.
Right, okay, so yes, the first Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Like you just said, I saw this in the cinemas.
Yep.
I owned the DVD, I owned the CD, I had the cards. I was very much obsessed with this when it came out. I was very much in my whole like Yu-Gi-Oh phase at that point.
I mean, 2004, that was like the peak of it, really.
It was, yeah. It was like all the decks are out and stuff like that you can get. And it was yeah, I remember the specific cinema I went to for it. I'm pretty sure you probably went to the same cinema because we both went to the same cinema as when we were kids.
Yeah.
So I remember the day going there. I remember the whole experience of it. But yeah, rewatching this. I actually rewatched this last year when I was ill, funnily enough.
Oh, wow.
In September, I was planning to go somewhere, but I had to go hospital and I couldn't go anywhere. So I went back home and just watched Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie because I was like, go on, then I'll watch this. So this is a bit more of a recent rewatch for me. But when was the last time you watched this? Was it when it was in cinemas, was it? Or
Yeah, I literally watched
Yeah.
this when I was a kid.
so how much of it do you remember? Like of this? Like, do you remember the
So I remember Pegasus being in it.
Yeah.
I remember there was a thing like an Egyptian exhibit at a museum, and for some reason, Grandpa's there
Yeah.
because I always forget that Yugi's grandpa actually cares about Egyptian stuff.
Yeah.
Always forget that he was.
Quite essential to the plot, weirdly enough. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't just the parent figure. He was actually, this is
Yeah.
he's architect.
Yeah, he's the one who's like discovers the £1,000,000 sword.
Yeah.
The only other thing I remember was it's all because of Kaiba and his obsession with winning,
Yes.
Which, I mean, let's face it, that's most of early Yu-Gi-Oh!
And it's literally Kaiba's whole personality. Yeah.
Yeah. The only other thing I remember was his Dragon Jet.
Yeah, I think everyone's is that's the thing that stands out. It's not just the dragon jet, right? It's not just the fact that he has a blue eyes white dragon plane. It's the fact that there's the fucking 4Kids like old school like
Oh,
when I said I
yeah.
had the CD, right? It's like I
Oh
remember
my God.
this is one of the songs I think it's one of the first ones that plays on the CD because obviously it's like it's actually featured in the thing.
It's so funny. Such a time period thing, man.
It's what was it? Don't say if I were you.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do. And it is like such. So I saw someone describe it as Sonic butt rock.
I was just
Yeah.
about to say, I was like, that's what I thought the whole time. I was like, you could rip this from this
Yeah.
movie, overlay some Sonic gameplay, and it would still fit.
Yeah.
It would
It's
100% still fit.
It's so iconic for the time because this is when 4Kids was still like doing 4Kids stuff. You know what I mean? So
They were the ones to do it all.
yeah.
It's funny because now I'm thinking about it, talking about the Sonic thing.
Yeah.
Like, it would change the vibe slightly, but you could probably rip that footage
Yeah.
and put it alongside like City Escape or Escape the City, and it would probably still work.
It would definitely like it's that kind of thing. It's like the you could put like Shadow there. You know what I mean? You can imagine
Yeah.
like it's like Shadow's involved somewhere or something, and it's like that is like the whole like thing. If you told me that was the intro to Shadow the Hedgehog game,
It'd just be footage of like Shadow skating.
yeah, it's like
Oh my God, on his motorbike with
Yeah.
his gun. Yeah.
it's a Shadow song. If it's anything, it's like it's a complete Shadow the Hedgehog thing. That's one of the things. It's like it's so iconic for kids of the time because it has the music. It has every line in this movie is like a throwaway
Yeah.
like it's like when you rewatch the old Pokemon movies as well, you hear the one-liners they put in. It's like that is so for kids. Like it's so like here's a random reference to something.
Oh, what was it? Oh, Kaiba says a line that I'm just like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Was it is
It's in this movie, I'm pretty sure.
yeah
I'm pretty sure it's when he's dueling a Tem or Yami Yugi,
yes
and he just randomly is like, "Shut up, you windbag."
yeah oh yeah he does yeah
You know when you're like, yes, I could hear Kaiba saying that, and he did say that,
yeah
but I'm like, God, this is how you can tell with 4Kids.
yeah
Because it's like, he has to insult him, but it has to be family friendly.
yeah
And you're just like, I don't believe for a second, really, that Kaiba would just turn around and be like, shut up, windbag.
Yeah, it's one of the things. It's like okay, you kind of run out of insults here. It's
Right.
like kind of like that's the one thing with Kaiba's insults. Sometimes it's like the peak like little big brother
Yeah.
insult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that kind of like obviously we know that was it like, is it like a third rate duelist with a fourth rate deck or something like that? I think he says that to
Yeah.
Joey in the series he says that. But like there's certain lines in this like there's one line that Joey says in it. It's like what was it something like fighting floating eyes wonderful. Oh no, it's Tristan that says it or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a line where like they're in like Yugi's like pyramid thing. It's like
Also, that whole subplot, I did not remember any of them being inside the Millennium Puzzle.
yeah.
Also, the fact that, like, that confused me as well, that it was like, oh, everybody's safe. And then just like, Taya's just like, oh, my friends are in there. I'm just going in. And you're like, what?
Yeah, she just stands on the
Yeah.
edge of a helicopter, and they're like, and everyone's like, "Oh, you better not do that." And she's like, "Oh, well, she's doing it, fair."
I also forget that, Yu-Gi-Oh! At times does just throw in random, like, comedy bits.
yeah,
Because it's, like, so few and far between. Because, when it's like, oh, the mummies and the monsters, they're surrounding her. And she just randomly, like, fucking kicks her head off. And you're like,
yeah, she's like a kind of like Jean-Claude Van Damme, like kind of like
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like split kick. And you're just like, oh, okay, yeah. Sure, no problem.
What's the other line? The Pegasus line, which makes me like that. I actually remember this line specifically, right? Because I remember when I was in the cinema as a kid. It's where it's really early on in the film where like Anubis is like in that weird like shadowy form, and he goes into Pegasus's room and plants a card.
Yeah.
And then Pegasus is like, oh, well, no more white wine spritzers before bed.
Yes, yeah.
But I remember when I was a kid hearing that in cinema, and it wasn't like a packed cinema, right? There was like a few people here or there. But there's a guy a couple rows in front of me, which is like, ha! Like, literally just laughed out loud, like, and found it like the most jokes thing ever. And I was like, oh, even as a kid, I was like, oh, okay, damn, you really found that funny.
See, that's one of those where you're like, I guess that was a joke for the parents.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, fair.
That's clearly one man who actually has white wine spirits
Yeah,
before bed.
it was a grown man. It was definitely a grown man that like love it.
You know,
Yeah.
this dude was probably like, "Ha, that's me."
Yeah.
What spirits before? What a mistake that is. Done that before. Cool.
It's like it's so jokes when it's like a silent cinema and it's just one person just like just found it so funny. I was like, that's Joe.
Right. Oh my god.
But yeah, the story of Pyramid of Light. What did you think of like revisiting this? What did you think about it?
It's very Yu-Gi-Oh. It's very, oh, here's a random thing to connect all the plot threads of this card
Yes.
game and ancient Egypt,
Yeah.
and having our protagonists still do these things because card games and
Yeah.
ancient Egypt.
Everything about this was so Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, of course it would be because it's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. It still
Yeah.
keeps in the field. You've got, like, obviously your Kaiba Yu-Gi duel. That's what, like, people are like, oh, that's a cool thing. Obviously,
Yeah.
like, other bits as well, little random duels here or there. Joey does some stuff. Pegasus does some stuff. Like, yeah, it's like kind of that.
I mean, everyone does some stuff. Even
Yeah.
Grandpa
Yeah.
gets a couple lines.
Yeah, he does actually. Yeah, he's there. But like, I think it's quintessentially Yu-Gi-Oh, which is what you want. You get like the blue-eye shining dragon as well,
Yeah.
which is like the big deal. That was the card that they were giving out with the film. That was.
I hate that I
Yeah,
didn't get a card.
I
I want that card so bad.
Yeah, but that was like the big thing. Obviously, the Pyramid of Light. You got the Sphinx. Then obviously
Yeah.
that duel is so you get. But then you also have this Anubis antagonist, right? Which is whispering in Kaiba's ear the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's like the most shallow written villain ever. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, look, we got this, like, it's like outside Egyptian forces who are doing some magic shit.
Yeah, see, I mean, that's why I say it's like so Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, there's no real backstory for Anubis. Like, he's just like,
There isn't. And
yeah.
that's what makes it so Yu-Gi-Oh is because it's just random ancient Egyptian thing, force, person, whatever,
Yeah.
just to remind you that, like, oh yeah, you know, like, that's the pharaoh. Atem is
Yeah.
the pharaoh, don't forget.
Yeah.
I keep mentioning it because I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Grandpa was an archaeologist before he owned a game store.
Yeah.
And he likes all of that stuff. But it's funny how, like, for quite a long time, the franchise, at least before it evolved into the other series, is all about, like, hey, don't forget Egyptian stuff and
Yeah.
card games.
Yeah.
Okay? This is what happens. Egyptian things and card games. That's it. Nothing else.
And really, the best part of this is the Yugi Kaiba duel thing, right? That's the thing you're here for, really. You're here for the blue eyes. You're here for the.
I don't know. Pretty much, I quite enjoyed them all running around inside of the Millennium Puzzle.
I tell you what, it feels like that was proper Duelist Kingdom vibes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like where there's duels going on, but there's also a side plot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like, it's that Duelist Kingdom kind of vibe there with the movie, and like obviously you got like callbacks to Pegasus as well, who shows off his eye that is all like, ooh.
This is like the safest movie you could have made.
Yeah.
For the first one, at the peak of like everybody being kids and like loving this thing,
Yeah.
this is the safest version of a movie you can make because, like you said, it's like reminiscent of things you've seen before. They've got the callbacks,
Yeah. Some new stuff. Yeah.
but it doesn't deviate too far
Yeah.
from the things you know.
Mm-hmm. I think like, and for like realistically, yes, this is a kids movie.
Yeah.
Especially like the way this is written, the way the dub's done and stuff like that. Like, there's so many things here, which is like, okay, yeah, it's aimed at kids. Everything here is for kids.
Oh, you said the thing.
And obviously, as a kid, I was obviously losing my shit at this, and I'm sure you're probably the same.
Yeah. Again, this was peak of playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Absolutely, this is.
Like, this is where, like, us as kids, like, this thing had been out for a few years now, but we were maybe 2-3 years, maybe 4 at most, and we were all like,
I think roughly when this came out, we were like, for the UK anyway, we were near the end of Battle City. I think it was like,
Yeah.
if not, it finished, and we were moving on to that. So it was like it was the right time for the UK when we got this.
Yeah, we were at, in terms of the anime for us lot over here, we were at the peak of it. We were like, oh my
Yeah.
god, we just saw some cool stuff.
Yeah, we knew about Egyptian gods, like we knew about that.
Yeah.
I think when this came out in terms of timescale, like for the UK fans anyway, this was like kind of new that Yugi was. It was like, I think it was like where it was the final, so it would have been Marek, Joey, Kaiba,
Yeah.
Yugi, all doing the final bits of it. So maybe like if you're like really early, you've probably seen a sneak peek of like, oh wait, so Yugi won Battle City or something like that. You'd be like, what? So that would be the earliest iteration of it. But like, regardless, you watch this and like, you just loved it because it's like, this is cool. I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Like everything about it is so quintessentially Yu-Gi-Oh, which is the stuff we love. Like you said, it's safe because it is just like what you're getting in the main film.
Yeah.
Just condensed down. As I said, the villain isn't fleshed out mad or whatever, but as a kid, you don't care. You're like, whoa, you just, yeah.
Also, this movie is the start of my new favorite trend. Is that the new Blue Eyes appears.
Yes, it is
Every
always
movie.
Yeah, there's always a new Blue Eye.
There's just always a new dragon appear every movie.
Yeah.
And this is definitely the start of it.
Yeah, and this felt like, this is like, I think the Blue Eye Shining Dragon was like the thing of like, this is cool. This is just a cool thing to see.
Again, I still, even to this day as an adult,
Yeah.
I still kind of am bummed I didn't get that card.
Yeah.
I could go and buy one. I don't want to. I don't care
Yeah.
enough to do that. But like, as a kid, I followed the Kaiba like deck building trope.
Yeah.
I had the blue eyes. I was that kid. So when there was another one that was supposed to be better than all the other ones, I was like, what?
Yeah, you'd want the thing, yeah.
I never got. I was so bummed for so long because I was just like, man, that was gonna go in my deck and be my final card of my ace.
Yeah.
Damn it all.
But I think I have mine somewhere. I don't even know if it got sold or whatever. It's one of those things that like, it's all back at my parents' house, so I don't know where it is. It exists somewhere probably, but I don't know where, or it might not do. I don't know. But regardless, yeah, that's the Blue Eye Shining Dragon thing. And overall, I think this movie like obviously sets the trend. It's the one we go back, we both know, and then obviously going back into these next two, this is like, okay, we'll see what happens from here, because yes, like it's the ones I haven't watched as much, or I don't remember all the intricate details. But yeah, overall for a kids movie, it's fine.
Yeah,
like as an adult, I was like, yeah, it's like an okay film.
I mean, as a kid, it probably would have been high rated, maybe like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, now it's just kind of like, this is fine. This is probably like a
but like, yeah, it's like a 5.
Yeah, it's a 5, 6. Yeah,
because I'm an adult. It's not for me.
No, it's like, in terms of, we've grown up, we've watched more movies since then, even better anime movies. So it's there. It exists.
Yeah,
and it's fine. It's happy. I'm fine with it being a nostalgic watch, and I'm happy leaving it at that. And the soundtrack's a banger. So. Sure.
Yeah. Sure. In its own way, sure, yeah. I'll agree to that.
Anyway, that's roughly what we have for Pyramid Light. Let's move on to Bonds Beyond Time. Nathan, do you want to give us a rundown of this?
Yes. Okay, so Yu-Gi-Oh! 3D Bonds Beyond Time, I'm assuming it was a 3D movie when it came out, released May 14th, 2011 in the UK with a 60-minute runtime. Just get ready for these plot descriptions, everybody. Believe me, they're only the best for cultured boys. Yugi, Jaden, and Yusei must travel through time and team up to save a children's card game. Thank you, IMDb. That is, I actually searched for quite a while. That is the most succinct version.
It sounds so patronizing.
Here's the thing. I feel like whoever put this down originally I feel like this came from like a description of like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged version, right?
Yeah, because they refer to it as children's card game like all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, he always says children's card game, and that's why I feel like this exists like this.
Yeah.
I tried so hard to find a better one that wasn't too long, but like they either went from like this,
Yeah.
and funny enough, I think almost most websites take this, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Or they have like this huge breakdown like of
Yeah.
every story beat, and I'm like, I don't need that.
Yeah, and we're gonna go into that this time anyway. But yes, Bonds on Time. I remember I bought a DVD of this as well. Another backstory here for me.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that there's this new Yu-Gi-Oh movie out, and it's the crossover thing.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched GX that much. I maybe watched like a handful of episodes.
Yeah, same.
I've never watched 5Ds at all.
I've never watched 5Ds, no. I think I played one of the games.
I have barely any context for any extra characters outside Jaden and Yusei. And even Yusei's a bit of a stretch. So I remember when I bought this separate DVD as a kid. Well, no, like in my late teens, I'd say 2011. So maybe when just before I went to uni.
Yeah.
But I remember watching this and I was like, this is okay. I have a Blu-ray of it somewhere. And then I'll go further on how I watched the other ones further down. But yeah, like this was I don't remember loads from this. And what I said, like you, the moments I do remember most are from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged version, because that was around the time that we would have been watching that.
Yeah, that would have been like peak of that for us.
Yeah.
And I cannot get card games on motorcycles out of my head whenever I see Yusei.
Exactly. It's actually at the point as well when I was watching that. Obviously, these are all dubbed that we're watching him in. And I was like, oh, their voices sound a bit strange. But then I realized, no, I just know the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged voices more than I know the actual voices. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a weird one.
I'm not sure I've ever heard Yusei's like official voice, by the way.
No. I definitely haven't heard Jack's official voice, I'll tell you that. Because I was so just using Yusei!
I wasn't expecting I'm not sure what kind of accent it was, because it sounded a little Australian and then at times it sounded a little New Zealand.
Yeah, it's that kind of like ambiguous British, Australian, New Zealand like weird tick off kind of thing.
Yeah. I think he was supposed to be more Australian, but
it feels more Australian. If I was,
it was vaguely from that area.
Yeah.
Don't know who that other guy was, by the way.
Was that?
You know that other guy that was there? Like, because it's Yusei,
Jack, and then the other fella, which I can't remember.
Yeah. Who? I was like, I don't know who that is, but okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's important to 5Ds, I guess, because he's there.
I don't remember any of the 5D's characters' names. Like, if you said that, I literally just know Yusei and Jack. I know Jaden, and I know certain other things as well, like the other characters, I think, from GX, but they're not featured in this movie, so it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's funny that I guess because 5Ds is probably the newest one at that point.
It was, yeah.
So that's why they feature more of those characters.
It makes sense, yeah.
I didn't watch it. Again, I think I played some of one of the games on DS, so I'm familiar with Yusei.
Right, yeah.
But that's it. So these other characters, for all intents and purposes, I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
The twins in my mind, I just started calling them Tate and Liza from Pokemon, 'cause it's two random kid twins.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're just two random kid twins.
Yeah.
This one being my first watch, I was like, okay, this is weird.
It is really freaking weird.
There's no explanation for Paradox. He just appears.
Yeah.
And just starts fucking shit up. And I'm just supposed to believe.
But you get the loosest backstory because he comes from the future because Jewel Monsters ruined his world, basically. It's an apocalyptic world and it's all because of Jewel Monsters.
Yeah.
No real explanation of how Jewel Monsters ruined the world.
No.
But it did. And he's traveling back in time to end Jewel Monsters so his world will be saved. However,
it has to also be said, with the irony of playing Duel
Duel
Monsters to
Monsters
destroy
with
Duel
Duel
Monsters,
Monsters.
which destroyed the world in his future.
Which is also it's a weird paradox in itself. I wonder if they called him that in the Japanese version of it. Like they might have done.
I don't know. It probably.
But it's the stupidest thing.
Right.
What makes it even stupider is you'll pitch this villain that is like, I'm trying to save the future. But then you've got Yusei, Jaden, and Yugi who are all like, oh, Duel Monsters ruined your time. Well, we like it. So we're gonna stop you and we're gonna keep playing it.
Yeah, it's basically like, oh, it destroyed the world, but we've had good times, so too bad.
Yeah, it's brought us out some
deal
bad
with
times. So
it.
it's like we don't care. We're gonna like we don't care about your. We really enjoy Duel Monsters, and it is
Also, like, it's real convenient when they all get together.
yes.
Because not only do they just turn around like, sucks to be you, we're gonna still play the card game because
Yeah.
we love it and it's good for us.
Yeah.
But like, they brought together like mere minutes before that.
Oh, absolutely.
And they have like a real quick conversation where Yusei's basically like, this guy is destroying the future and we
Yeah.
gotta save it. And they're just like, cool, yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
God,
I'm
yeah,
down.
okay, yeah, that's fair, yeah. Well, I guess they all have plot reasons, obviously.
Yeah.
They have their small reason. Oh, like because Jaden's in Venice randomly getting attacked.
Also, I don't know what the story is there because it seems like Jaden also has like ghosts or stands following him.
Yeah, he's got 3 ghosts with him. He's got like the little Karibo that he can see. Because, like, I don't know the version you watched, but did they give you a rundown?
No.
So it must have been the Blu-ray that I had. They gave us like a 15-minute rundown of every part of like a little rundown.
No.
So basically, Jaden can see ghosts, but they're dual spirits, basically, is what they're called. So he can see monsters, like the spirit of the monsters, basically.
Okay, how's that explain his teacher?
I also had to look into this, right? Because I ended up doing a little bit of research, and people have watched GX. I haven't watched GX. I read a small part on the Yu-Gi-Oh Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
So Banner is the character's name, and he has a cat called Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
And Banner is like kind of becomes a villain at one point in the series,
Mm-hmm.
but they defeat him, and I think he had an illness, so he died. But then there might have been a redemption thing like anime does. Oh, he did this because so he now sees the ghost of Banner.
So he became a force ghost because anime.
Yeah, that must be it. But then Jaden also just gets like coaching, I guess, from these dual spirits because they talk to him.
Yeah, I don't understand.
But the problem is, but Yugi and Yusei also end up seeing these because at one point Yusei references something that one of the dual monsters says. So I'm like, oh, so Yusei can see these people. And it's the fact that when Yugi transforms, no one, obviously, because no one questions it that much in the anime itself.
Yeah.
But obviously, when he goes into his Artem form, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, no one references that. Or anything like that. No one references that there's a dragon that Yusei has that saves him.
Yeah.
And it all makes sense in their own individual worlds, but when they get together, no one really questions anything. They, like you said, they just go along with it. They're just like, yeah, cool.
Yeah. That's what's so hilarious about this movie is that, like, these 3 people are brought from different periods of time.
Yeah.
Where the game has evolved or not, because Yugi's obviously from when it's first around.
Yeah.
But, like, they have to duel this guy from way in the future.
Yeah.
Where apparently the game hasn't evolved that much from where Yusei was.
Yeah.
But these other 2 guys are like, huh? You can do that now? And then they're just immediately like, cool, I understand it. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I think it's the most authentic reaction is Yugi's reaction to Paradox. No, not Paradox. It's the Synchro summons.
Yeah.
Because Yusei does it, and then Yugi's like, Synchro what? Synchro summon? What? Like,
He questions it and then he's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I am from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And when that first happened to me, when I dueled my cousin for the first time, because my cousin was into Yu-Gi-Oh! Was younger than me.
Yeah.
So was watching the TV series and playing the game as it went along. I did not evolve with the game.
Yeah.
The actual card game. So when Synchro Summon and these other things happened, right, for the first time in an actual duel, I was like, hey, wait, don't be cheating. Don't be making shit up.
Yeah, yeah.
That is like a genuine reaction from a normal. Yugi is just straight up like, huh? Okay.
I mean, Yugi's done his own fair bit of bullshit, to be fair, let's be
I
honest.
mean, yeah.
He's probably just been like, yeah, this is the same shit I pulled, so fine.
Do you know what though? Like that stuff is just integral to the anime, and we'll get into it. There's some massive bullshit in the next one. I tell you.
Yeah, I mean, that is a thing as well.
Oh mate. Woohoo.
Yeah, I mean, that is the whole, like you said, the Yu-Gi-Oh anime is like, if you try, like, there's so many videos on YouTube or channels dedicated to calling out the anime on its bullshit.
Yeah.
When it comes down to the card game and stuff, which is understandable. It's done because of plot, and you have realistically, it's more exciting the way the bullshit happens because it is
Yeah.
just bullshit. And as a kid, you don't care. Like as a kid, you're like, oh, it's just cool. It's dragons, it's monsters. It's like, yeah,
Except for when the kids who are supposed to be playing this card game don't read
Yeah.
how to actually play the official card game and then play it based off of how they saw it on TV. I remember I had to teach some people how to play it properly, and they
Yeah.
actually gave up on the game because they were like, "Oh, this isn't as fun."
Yeah, because you watch the TV and it's like, oh, it's all bullshit. Yeah, and then you see.
Because like the people I taught when I was a kid, they literally used to just play it like it was a TV show.
Yeah,
So they would just like slap stuff down,
you would, yeah.
and I'm like, "Oh, you can't do that. You got to do this, this."
Hmm.
They genuinely like I made a kid quit because I taught them the actual game.
Yeah, it's like no one knows the rules. No kid, like when it comes down to collecting cards as a kid, there's very few that actually look at the rules of the card. Like no one knew how to play Pokemon back in the day. People just used to collect the cards, you know what I mean? And when you actually play the Pokemon trading card game, there was like probably 10% of people that collected the cards that actually played the game back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember that was a thing, like another thing in school. But like, it's the same bullshit they pull out from this anime and stuff like this thing. And I mean, like you said, it's integral. It's fine. The story itself of this is just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. There's so much stuff. Grandpa dies at one point.
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he?
The building falls. Like basically, like it's also was it Paradox? Oh, I've got to save the future, but also does kill a whole load of people by destroying a city in Yugi's current time. So it's like,
Yeah.
and he's also erasing a lot of stuff by doing this as well. So even Yusei's world is like collapsing in on itself.
He's changing history, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, yeah, Paradox is like funny enough what I was joking about earlier. Yeah, he's trying to save the world, but he's also destroying a lot of other worlds at the same time. Everyone's an asshole in this. Everyone's a dickhead. But you just
Yeah.
but the main characters are more, hey, we got justice on our side. We got the heart of the cards and whatever bullshit else they're saying. So
They're the righteous ones.
Yeah, they're the
'cause they're
righteous-
saving the world.
yeah. So what you get is 60 minutes. And realistically, because there's so much setup that comes into this as well, what you end up with is like the first 20 minutes at least of this movie is set up of Yusei, Jaden, and Yugi meeting each other.
Yep.
And I'd probably say maybe the last 30 minutes is the duel, if not some other stuff or whatever. So like, I don't know the exact times of it, but so the pacing is a little whack in this film.
It's super crazy. Like
Yeah, they speed through a lot.
by the time I watched it, I was like, "Oh, was that it?"
Yeah.
Because like I know anime movies are normally like shorter in general,
Yeah.
but like I set myself up like I was like, "Oh, this is what I'm doing this evening." You know, I'm like watching this movie,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Oh, that just kind of felt like I went through a really weird episode."
Yeah, you just went through like basically like a double bill, basically.
Yeah, I was like, "Huh, okay, it's done. Now what do I do?"
Yeah. And you can tell that it's 3D at times as well, because it like I think the main part of it which really stuck out to me is like, oh, we got to make it, because again, this is 2011, so this is peak 3D era as well. Like, yeah,
Everything was 3D again. Yeah.
So yeah, you had that, and then there's like certain parts of it where it's like, I think it's in the Yusei bit where like there's this big sphere and it like expands. It's like, oh, look at this, and you can tell, oh, I bet the 3D went good on that bit, didn't it? I bet they really like, oh,
Honestly, because it's a 3D film, that's probably why it was only an hour, because they only had the
Yeah.
budget for that.
And I think like I am curious at like how this might have been a cinema release in Japan, but here it was, yeah, and I imagine the US is straight to DVD or straight to like, well, there wouldn't be the streaming at that point, so yeah, it would have been.
I don't remember. I do know that like most of these films, like, as time goes on, like, does actually still come out in staggered releases, like, around the world. Because like, a
Yeah.
lot of them, over time, you'll see it go from staggered to, like, simultaneous or, like, slightly staggered.
Yeah.
But this one is still like the time in between improves, but I'm like, I still haven't seen something like this come out like that since I was kind of like a kid. It's kind of funny.
A 60-minute runtime as well. I don't think it would have been justified in the cinemas at the time because like that wasn't also where we were getting a lot of anime films, and like
Yeah.
anime was still like if it was either a kids thing or you really wouldn't get it at all. You know what I mean?
I also think this was around the time where, at least in the UK for the majority, Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime itself had
Oh, it
dipped because
was.
most of
Yeah.
us who were in it from the beginning had grown out of it.
Yeah.
So now it's like, it was like a lot of the newer generation, and I just don't think it was as big at its peak for it.
Definitely not.
Like when we were watching it for, like Duelist Kingdom and like Battle City stuff, like,
Yeah, it was probably being like aired on like Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or whatever, but like it would not have hit the same audience that it did back in the original one. But yeah, again, just a recap of what this it's yeah, it's there.
if I had to recommend this, I actually would prefer to recommend the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged version. At least it was funnier.
Yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge version is better. That one has a lot more funnier thing. It makes it a more enjoyable watch.
Yeah.
As a serious film, you're like, it's a bit naff, really.
At least when it doesn't make sense as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged version, you can laugh.
Yeah,
This, I'm like, it's not. I don't get it.
it's goofy, but it's like it's not the kind of goofy which is like comedy goofy. It's just like, oh, this is just
Yeah, it's just dumb. Like,
yeah. I think that's it. I think it is just and it's a fan. If you're a fan of the whole Yu-Gi-Oh universe, you probably be like, hey, this is quite good. It's like a fanfic. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's
Oh my god, it does feel like that, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
so Yugi, Jaden, and Yusei get together because this guy called Paradox comes from the future.
It does feel really fanficky, which is really goes
It
against
does.
it more than
Oh my
anything, which is
god.
a shame. But we'll leave Bonds Beyond Time there,
Yes.
and we'll move on to Dark Side Dimensions.
Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions, released February 1st, 2017 in the UK with a runtime of 130 minutes. Yugi and Kaiba have a special duel that transcends dimensions. Thank you. I told you. I was telling Pepe before recording, as time goes on, clearly people do not care because these descriptions get worse.
Yeah. That is like, yeah, sure, that happens, but there's so much more that happens in this movie as per the 130-minute runtime.
Yeah.
And this one is, boy, is it something, because it is long. Where the last one is short, this one is a long film.
Being the longest one, I actually think ran too long.
Yeah, I think it was. Like for me, it was like it's the same. Like it carries on the same Yu-Gi-Oh style that we saw in Pyramid of Light.
Yep.
Obviously, this is all just Yu-Gi-Oh! The original series as well, so it's a callback to that.
Yep.
So really, like, it's hitting back at it, and it's going back to those times, it's appealing to those fans. You've got Yugi, you got Kaiba, but it's set after the Yu-Gi-Oh! Storyline, so it's after, like, so Atem's gone.
Literally everything.
Yeah.
Of the original, it's way after that.
As a story, it holds up a lot more than any of these other films, I think. It adds up. Everything that Kaiba's doing it makes sense. It's within his character.
Yeah, it's exactly what he would do.
I think what makes this a bit slow, in my opinion, is all of this Diva stuff. For those that don't know, Diva is a villain introduced in this movie, and he's a student of Shadi. Is a student or like disciple?
He's a disciple of Shadi's beliefs or whatever.
Yeah, what was it called? It began with P, didn't it?
It's basically the planner or something, right?
Yeah.
It's basically the 8th millennium item.
Yeah.
And this item is supposedly the most powerful because it could reshape the world.
Yes.
But it all depends on the person using it.
Yeah.
Also, I have to just interject here with fucking too much Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged has ruined Yu-Gi-Oh! For me in general.
Right, yeah.
Because Shadi, and I can never. You remember
Malaysia.
for the longest, yeah, we were doing that for a long time. Yakshi man
I
machadi.
completely forgot about that. Jesus.
I
Okay, yeah,
cannot.
yeah.
That's the worst part is that like this is a serious plot with Shadi as a very important guiding light
Yeah,
or like important historic point for Diva and these other characters.
yeah.
And I'm still sat there in my head going, Yakshimesh mana mashadi.
Malaysia. God damn. I guess it is also kind of like, when we were watching the Dragon Ball movies and there'd be like so many little references
Yeah,
here or there, which would be like
yeah.
relevant to that. It is that kind of thing, you just can't get out of your head at times. But yeah, we've got this whole storyline, this additional villain which is coming around, and
Yeah, it's still doing the A plot, B plot thing. And
yeah,
I guess Kaiba is the B plot, really,
yeah,
even though you kind of follow Kaiba more, it feels like
yeah,
he's the B plot really to the Diva stuff.
yeah.
Because basically, Kaiba is just trying to bring the Pharaoh back. He wants to duel him because he's
Mm,
like, "You humiliated me too many times. I
yeah.
lost too many times, and I'm butthurt about it, and I
Yeah,
want to beat you
it is.
finally."
It's like even like, oh yeah, like I analyzed Yugi's deck for the longest time. Even though I beat him in the simulation, I still wanna beat him in real life. And then it's like everything about it is just like, oh, okay, you're just not over this guy.
Yeah,
It's like Kaiba's like that like obsessed ex basically who just won't leave you alone.
lives rent free in his head
Yes, lives rent
always,
free is
forever and always. He can never forget.
yeah.
But yeah, it's so I guess technically Kaiba's the A plot because he drives the story.
I think if anything, it kind of feels like Kaiba is more of the main character in this movie than like sometimes, because I feel like he gets loads and loads of screen time. He has a duel with Diva, for example.
Yep,
He has a duel with Yugi,
yep.
and like I mean, you got like that's your three pillars of this movie. You got Diva, you got Kaiba, and you got Yugi, basically.
Hmm.
And you're following these like separate characters while they do like
While they do their whatever.
yeah, with the little ghost children or whatever, and it's like, oh, okay, this is a thing. And you got Kaiba who's obsessed, and Yugi who's just trying to live his life, basically.
Literally, it's really funny because, like, like if you go to this time period of Yu-Gi-Oh, you always have to have Yugi and Kaiba.
Yeah.
But by this point, where Yugi is just kind of like, I just am me now. That's it.
I've accepted that the Pharaoh's gone, and that's it.
Yeah, like where he's just like, I'm living life. I'm like, I don't know that we need to focus on Yugi so much.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he had like too much screen time.
No.
I think he had enough screen time. But
Yeah.
like, it's just really funny that it's like, okay, so Kaiba's doing this whole stuff to bring the Pharaoh back, making new duel discs, setting up a whole tournament.
Yeah.
Diva's doing this evil thing and living this like secret, not so secret double life and driving the evil plot. And then you just have this stuff with Yugi existing. And I'm like, I kind of don't need to see this like at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it is that kind of thing where you kind of forget that at the end of the Yu-Gi-Oh series, like Yugi did defeat Artem.
Yeah.
So he is like an accomplished duelist in his own right now. And you kind of forget that because I always had this opinion like because Artem is so much of the forefront of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. You feel like he's most of the talent. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you don't actually see Yugi himself duel for ages. Like it's like a really rare occurrence. So like
Well, and even if he did in the like original series, most of the time Yugi gets his ass kicked,
yeah,
and then Atem comes in to save the day.
or it's like kind of like Yugi's used a gambling chip in some points where
Mm.
it's like like it's like okay, like I think it's even the final duel with Merrick. It was like like if you lose life points, you lose part of Yugi's soul or something like that, weren't it?
Yeah,
It's always in the final battle where Yugi becomes relevant.
yeah,
It's like in the battle with Pegasus, for example, they defeat him by switching between Artem and Yugi.
yep,
All the other times, it's Artem just being like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm the king of games, blah, 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 doing this.
pretty much.
So this is like a film where Yugi's probably had the most screen time that he's ever really had
Yeah.
as a duelist in this movie. So it's a little strange watching him do stuff. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah,
That's the funniest part is that like as a duelist, that was cool.
yeah.
That's why I'm like, okay. The only gripe I have is for design reasons and for nostalgia.
Yeah.
The whole film,
Mhm.
outside of being in school, the whole film, he wears other outfits. He wears whatever he wants.
Yeah, yeah.
And then at the end of the film, when it's like, right, I've picked 2 duelists to appear in this special tournament
Yeah.
I'm hosting for the new duel disc, and I'm bringing back the Pharaoh. Why the fuck does Yugi go, I'm going to put my school uniform on?
Yeah.
I'm going to appear in this tournament in my school uniform, even though before that I was in the street just in my casuals.
It's oh god, it's completely to be. Yeah, I didn't even question that at all. It's because it's the iconic Yugi look, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like you can't have him dressed in any other thing.
And it's because of the
Yeah.
Deus Ex Machina that is, oh, this whole time Yugi's been like, he ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Pharaoh's gone. Like, I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it. And I've
yeah.
come to terms with that. And then as soon as Yugi, like, that last bit of light, he's like, oh
Mhm.
no, you're supposed to think, oh, they lost. They're dead. They're done.
Yeah.
Atem comes back real quick and throws down the Shardy card. Literally the Shardy card, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which is strange as fuck.
It is weird. Yeah, it just comes back. Like Kaiba's like disappeared into like freaking nowhere or whatever. It's like
That's really the real reason why
Yeah.
Yugi had to wear the uniform, because Atem, you don't see him wear anything else except the uniform.
it's either that or he's in full Pharaoh gear. You know what I mean? It's like yeah.
Yeah, right? So, like, you would question it harder if Yugi was wearing a different outfit and then all of a sudden Atem comes out of nowhere and he's got the fucking uniform on again and you're like, huh? Why didn't you wear the other outfit? What you doing?
It's completely that. And the thing is, with this film is that I completely forgot that the final duel isn't even Kaiba Yugi. It's it's the Diva with the spirit of the ring infused or whatever.
Yeah.
So like the spirit of the ring just comes back randomly, and it's not the Bakura version either. It's like the other thing.
That's such a crazy, because I've never seen this film before. I didn't even know it
Yeah.
existed before we planned this episode.
I forgot a lot of it. The only thing I remembered about it was the Kaiba's obsession. That was the only thing I completely forgot the Diva was a villain.
I mean, if it's got Yu-Gi-Oh in the title and Kaiba's in it, you
Yeah.
can guarantee it's got something to do with my man's obsession.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's the guaranteed
There's
always.
a blue eyes. There's like and they're all different designs of blue eyes and dark magicians as well. By the way, that's
Yeah.
like a cool.
Right, so here's the callback to when I said bullshit in the series, in a future film.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
In this one, Yugi does a thing, summons something, and is like, right, my monster is now going to destroy your blue eyes.
Yeah.
And then fucking Kaiba just turns around and goes, not unless my blue eyes also takes out your
Oh,
monster. And I'm like,
yeah, it was.
I was
the,
like, okay, this is anime bullshit at the peak of it. Because you're
Yeah.
like, that's his battle phase, still his turn. You ain't even got a turn, motherfucker. What are you doing?
It was so like random. Like, oh, I remember. Yeah, it was that dragon one. It was like the dragon battle.
Yeah, so Yugi has a dragon, and
Yeah.
Kaiba has the newest version of the fucking blue eyes.
Yeah.
And he's about to get it destroyed and lose, and he's like, no, because I'm going to destroy your monster at the same time.
Oh, God, there's so many things. I think watching 3 Yu-Gi-Oh movies made me realize that there's a lot of things I'm watching right now. As a kid, I gave passes to because it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And this time I was like, this is stupid. And I'm going along with it. I'm just like, yeah, cool. That is-
Well, do you know what it is? It's ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, it 100% is because the moment you know stuff, it's like, okay. And like, but part of me like found I didn't have as much patience for this movie as I did other ones because I think I had a little bit of an expectation that the series has grown a bit more as the time's gone on.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously it has at times, and I think I do appreciate that, but there's also a lot of the original bullshit which is still with it. So there's like a lot of the stuff, dimension duels, for example, with Diva, which I just got. Like, I was kind of over a lot of it.
I don't understand why we needed that whole new, like,
Yeah.
weird rule set that also basically kind of was just dual monsters anyway.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you charge the monsters with your aura or whatever, or like your life force, and it's like,
Yeah, with your, like, spirit.
and then it's a different thing, but it didn't really add much. It's like, oh, we lost the Shadow Realm, so we got to do something else. It's like, oh, those are a bit weird.
Yeah, but like it also didn't make sense because it was like you can charge it as much as you want, but you can't take damage beyond its original attack. So I'm
Yeah.
like, then what was the point of the other part anyway then?
Yeah, it feels like it doesn't need to. Yeah, it felt a bit like, why is this?
And also, like, it's still life points
Mm.
and it's still set to a specific number. It's not like, oh, actually, Diva's like got more spirit, got more headstrong, so he's got more life points than someone else, like
Yeah,
than Yugi, for example, right?
there's no, yeah,
It didn't work that way. It was still like, no, he's got 4,000, you got 4,000.
yeah.
So then what was the point of this? Just play Duel Monsters then.
It was, yeah, just do the whole thing. Like the only reason it just needed to think of extra stuff to make this feel like, oh, it's something extra, and it's like,
Literally, we could have just gone back and been like, there's Duel Monsters, new monsters, Shadow Realms back because Millennium items, done. But instead, we're like, dimensions.
I feel like this film is too long. It's like a 2 hour 10 minute film, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's some films aren't even like for an anime film. This is like one of the longest ones, arguably, and it just drags on so much. And I feel like if you lost a lot of the diva stuff in this, because I didn't really care for him as a villain either. There's a lot of stuff which I was like, this is fine. Obviously, it is the 50% of the plot. I do understand that.
Yeah, I think you could lose the Diva Joey plot. That was unnecessary.
Oh yeah, that was random, man. He didn't need that because Joey's there at the end anyway, and it's like,
All it is to show off his abilities.
yeah, and also like the spirit of the ring turns up because Bakura's there.
Yeah, but like Joey has like very little importance in the overall story of it all. I think you could have just lost that whole thread. Really doesn't matter.
Yeah, yeah,
He's just there for comic relief, and it's not actually good comic relief either. It's
yeah. Joey doesn't really duel either. He just like there's this whole like, oh yeah,
he just keeps mentioning it,
yeah,
and you're supposed to kind of be like, "Oh, Joey, you lovable fool."
yeah.
But I didn't believe any of that.
Nah,
It was cool to see Bakura back, but he was literally only there so you can have Millennium
ring, yeah.
fucking
The backstory as well, which is actually quite interesting because I was like, okay, fair.
It was interesting and it was cool to see someone from way, way back that you
Yeah.
pretty much don't see ever again. But like at the same time, I'm also just kind of like everything in this movie is supposed to kind of be a callback and a reference, you know, like nostalgia bait for way at the beginning.
Yeah.
But like a lot of it just doesn't feel well done enough. Dimension dueling is dumb as an evolution for this nostalgia bait.
Yes.
I think it would have just been better. If you want a nostalgia bait, just nostalgia bait us. Just tell us fucking Shadow Games are back. You got Millennium items, it's fine. It worked. Diva just has another one, and now you have fucking Shadow Games are back because.
Yeah, it would have been fine just to do that. Yeah, everything just felt like a bit like,
I mean, fucking Bakura's there
yeah.
from that same time period with an item that did that exact thing. You can just do that.
Yeah, there's so many things. I think all it comes down to is like they want to make this like an appealing film. They want to change so much, and they'll be like, "Oh, here's a new threat that isn't the old series," because there probably is something there.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it just feels like, okay, I don't really care as much as I wanted to. I actually really wanted this to be a really good film.
Same, to be honest.
Because obviously it's a return to Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's like, it's the newest stuff. So it's cool to see a lot of this happen. It's like, obviously you got Kaiba being a freaking tech billionaire CEO going to space to assemble Millennium Puzzle, which is mad.
Oh, also, this series is so crazy because, like, Kaiba straight up is just showing the power of billionaires. Because,
Yeah.
like, at one point, he literally just, like, shuts off a whole street just to have a talk with Yugi and be like, you're coming to this door. I'm setting it. Don't care. And also, another part where him and just his army of goons comes and, like, takes Diva.
Yeah.
Just kidnaps a person.
Yep.
No one else knows that he's evil, by the way. Just billionaire comes down with company, kidnaps person, and no one questions it.
I mean, and I'm gonna just say this as well, the most ridiculous plot point, which is right at the end of the film, which obviously, so spoilers if you really don't want to know what the fuck happens. He goes fucking back to ancient Egypt. This is how obsessed he is, creates a fucking, goes back in time to fight the pharaoh in a duel. And it is the most, it is like, it's peaks. It's like he's outdone himself by so much. Yeah, he's just, fuck it, I'm gonna go somewhere. Whatever dimension he's gone to, he goes to a different, like, if it's time travel, if it's dimension, they never really say, they never specifically say it, but he goes somewhere. He has that much money and is obsessed, is obsessed that much that he spends millions, if not billions of dollars, yen, pounds, whatever the fuck currency it is, and he goes to it goes back in time. So like all these pharaohs are here, all the ancient cards are there, and this man from the future turns up with a dual disc and is like, I'm ready. And you're like, what the fuck? That is like, this is where you're leaving us at the end of it. It's just so mad, so absurd. And it's just like, fucking hell, man. Of course it is.
See, this is where I think this movie should have just lent into the ridiculousness of it all and really gone hard with the nostalgia bait.
Yeah.
I understand you want to do things that the people who were around at that time and loved it at that time will come back and spend money.
Yeah.
But the trying to do some slightly new things but being too safe about it, I think is where they lost me.
Yeah, it's like it's trying to do something that just it's trying to get like a reason to make this film. Like they could have made a Yugi film, Yugi Kaiba film ages ago. You know what I mean? They could have done this for like decades.
Yeah.
But they didn't. And it's like, oh, look, we can't just make another Yugi Kaiba film. They've seen the series already. It's just the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
So they, not force. I don't want to say it's force, but it does, to me, it feels like it. Is you've got this whole diva subplot thing, which just feels like why I don't really care for it. They've done it for a reason. They've done this for a specific. We need to like give people something new. We can't just give them the old bullshit.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just the same old bullshit, just rewrapped in a different like cloth or whatever. In the frame of dimension duels and all this kind of stuff. So it's like
it's just if you wanted to just go and do that, you could have just done that. You know, like
yeah.
you could have just had a whole movie that is pure nostalgia bait.
Yeah.
Because other franchises and other anything will unapologetically do that.
Mm-hmm. They still do it to this day. There's so many different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there are so many franchises that unapologetically do it and they get away with it. And I just feel like this could have just been that. Like, Dark Side of Dimensions, fine, add a new character, Diva, because it's a movie, whatever.
Yeah.
But there were just some directions that I think you could have taken to just make this a little more tolerable.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, at the very least, it looked really good.
Yeah. I mean, it looked beautiful. It's a beautiful looking film. It's great. It's like seeing Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated in the modern style.
Right.
It is. And that's one credit that goes out to all these films. All these films do have great animation for their time as well.
Yeah.
I mean, even like Pyramid of Light, I thought like looked like a very beautiful film, like for 2004.
I think it held up quite well, considering.
Yeah. And Bonzi on Time is fine. That's probably like the 5D's animation, just like maybe upscale a little bit for the thing.
Yeah.
But this film, Dark Side Dimensions, it did look really nice. It's like it's all the animation, the CG that comes through with it works. It does. It really does.
The first two look similar in my mind. Again, like you said, Bonds Beyond Time is like a more clean version of like Pyramid of Light.
Yeah.
But like Dark Side of Dimensions is where you can really see the progression of animation and art.
Yeah.
In just the world in general.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because they're only like 6 years apart.
That is mad, actually. Now you said that, yeah.
But like again, you know, IRL. If you think about IRL, like, you know, we've had a lot of advancement in technology in such a short period of time that like you should be able to look back at certain periods of time like this and just see dramatic differences.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this movie is beautiful for sure.
Yeah, it looks great. I think that's the glossiness of it. That's the thing that gets you hooked in. It's that nostalgia. So it's the reason why I bought this on Blu-ray at the time. I was like, well, I've got to see it.
Fair.
So like, it's all that thing is buying into it, and it gets those Yu-Gi-Oh fans, and it's a celebration of the series as well. So you can't hate too much on it. It's just
yeah, you can't. But
I remember just getting to the end of the film. I was like, okay, I'm happy that's over now. I remember why I don't remember much from this movie. I just didn't really enjoy it as much. I could probably watch Pyramid of Light again in maybe like another 5 years time or whatever. I think watching it last September to now, I don't think I did need to do it that quickly. I think that was like, okay, cool. I've seen this already. I don't need to see this again. But I can give Bonds Beyond Time and Dark Side Dimensions a lot more of a gap. I think those two, I'm like, okay.
I don't know that I'll ever rewatch these movies.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I think they were fine as is. Even Pyramid of Light, seeing it twice now, I'm like, okay, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
If I ever watch Bonds Beyond Time again, it will definitely be the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged version.
Yeah. Just go back and watch that. Yeah, it's valid.
I mean, I got nostalgia for it. So, like, it works different for me.
Yeah.
Dark Side of Dimensions, yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to watch that again. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think I need to. I think I was like, oh, maybe I'll give it another shot. Maybe I'm in a different headspace now than I was back then. I was like, no, that is that my feelings are the exact same about this movie than they were 9 years ago. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, actually, I suppose before, as a final thought,
Hmm.
I never actually mentioned because you've watched them off of your Blu-rays, DVDs.
Mm.
I had to stream them,
Oh yeah.
and in typical fashion, these are in just all various places.
Yes.
So Pyramid of Light, I watched on Crunchyroll.
Yeah. Same here.
Bonds Beyond Time, I had to watch on Amazon Prime.
Okay. Yeah.
And Dark Side of Dimensions in the UK
Hmm.
is on Apple TV, but I
Wow.
found an alternative source.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't want to get people in trouble, so I won't exactly say how I saw it.
Hmm. That's weird.
People listening won't know. I'll tell Pepe later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not super easy to find these.
Yeah, I mean, like, luckily, like you said, Crunchyroll for Pyramid Light makes sense, I think, like, because they have the whole series on there anyway.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, the other two, yeah, you're right. They're not, like, I don't even know if you can go in and buy these DVDs in, like, just regularly anymore. They're not, definitely not on in print, I don't think.
I don't know. Maybe
I don't know how much demand there is for it now.
on Amazon or something as a
Yeah.
marketplace
Maybe, yeah.
or something like that. I don't know. You could probably.
You might be able to find a few and see it, like CX maybe, but yeah, but that's for the UK anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could probably find secondhand ones. Maybe I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, it all comes down to if I was going to recommend any of these ones, it'd purely be for nostalgia purposes, and it would be Pyramid of Light. I don't think if I was going to say my favorite out of the three, Pyramid of Light would be the one. What about you?
Yeah, I guess same, but bias of I saw it as a kid.
Yeah, it's nostalgia. It's that's the only reason why. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't even think with nostalgia I could recommend any of these movies. Like, if people
No.
came to me today and was like, "Oh, you ever seen the Yu-Gi-Oh movies? They any good?" I'm like, "They're all right. You can skip them. You're not missing anything really."
You've had so many different anime movies. Like you look at like Dragon Ball Broly, for example, which is a fantastic anime movie.
Yeah,
And like there's certain like I don't want to say I think the One Piece ones a lot of them are fine. I think they're good fanfare, but like I don't know if I'd.
I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen Zero was good.
Oh, JJK Zero is great. I mean, even when you look at Demon Slayer, I know they're just the series or whatever, but those movies are great as well.
I haven't seen those ones yet.
Yeah,
Well, I haven't seen the movie yet.
it's just with the Demon Slayer movies, they are just like it's just,
Oh, sorry, after Chainsaw Man, I was like,
oh, Chainsaw Man. Oh, Chainsaw Man movies. I mean, again, it is.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, there's so many good like anime movies out there that are spin-offs from the series
Yeah.
or like anything like that. And it's just yeah, they're done better, I feel, and I think it's the standard. I think anime movies have gotten better over time in general, and it shows.
See, I want to say it's because like we've had more time and there's more interest in it now, so there's more reason to put more money behind it. Because I mean, like even Dark Side of Dimensions at 2017, anime movies were starting to get big, but like they weren't like the biggest thing.
You had Resurrection and Battle of Gods out at those times, like before that, and I think those are.
That's like the kind of like resurrection of
It is,
anime
isn't it?
movies
Yeah.
coming out. So it's like I can understand how it's okay and there's some money behind it.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
It's a completely different scene now, yeah.
yeah, where the industry has completely flipped and movies make just so much money now. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, they're going to put more time and effort and money behind it so that you write a better movie than what we have with this. So, like, I don't, it's like you said, I feel like I can't be too harsh, but like, I do also have to face reality with it that it's like, they're not great.
They're not great movies. That's what it comes down to. It's like you can still love the original series because obviously it's like it is a great like homage to nostalgia if you like it like that. There's still bullshit there, but that's what the series is about.
Yeah.
And you can still like that. It's just the movies just aren't living up to that.
No, yeah, I don't. I feel like if you've got the nostalgia, just go back and watch the series.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly would just skip the movies. I don't think you're missing anything.
Yeah, you could watch it like if you really like. For example, the reason why we did watch these movies was because like, oh, we haven't seen them. It's the exact same reason why.
Yeah.
Give them a shot. Obviously, you may really you who are listening may really enjoy them. It's just that we tried them, and it's always worth a try.
Yeah, go and make your own opinions.
But don't get your hopes up. Just don't. I just say wouldn't get your hopes up for it. That's where I would leave that.
Yeah. Temper your expectations, but I agree. I mean, we always preach that. We've always preached it. Go and make your own opinions. This is just what we thought. You might think differently, and if you did, well, congrats to you. You like the movies.
Yeah.
And you found something new that you like.
But yeah, and that is our opinions on Yu-Gi-Oh movies. We'll probably leave it there because we've talked about these for a while.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening, guys. What are your opinions on Yu-Gi-Oh movies? Which ones are your favorites? Which one's your least favorite? Do let us know in the comments.
Oh, and tell us any dumb lines that you remember from the movies.
Oh, yeah, there's so many good one-liners in this. Yeah, definitely tell us that as well. But yes, thank you for listening, guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button for future Cultured Boys videos. Click the links in the description to find all our podcast platforms. And we'll see you guys next time for another Cultured Boys episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.